Hi, my name's Lee Matthews and I'm a physiotherapist, and this is Pilates Rehab Relax. And today we're on the beach to do some Pilates. It's going to be a gentle session. We'll start off laying on our back, we're going to go do some stuff on our side and eventually end up in 4-point kneeling. So work at a gentle pace, do what's right for you, and it might be when I do 5 repetitions of each of the things that you just do a couple, and if you don't feel it's the right move for you with one of the techniques that I'm doing, then just wait until we do the next one and join back in again. Alright, so we'll start by laying down flat, and if you find yourself comfortable position. So first of all, you need a cushion. If it's not safe to lay on the floor at home, then lay on your bed. I'll start position with a lot of the techniques is laying down flat with our knees bent and our feet flat on the bed. So what I want you to do for me, first of all, take your hands and pop them onto your pelvis, and we're just going to find that nice start position for our pelvis, that nice centered position. So I just tilt back and forth a few times, slowly, doing a little bit less until we stop in that nice mid position. And there should be just a gentle curve in the back there with this, and that's what we're going to maintain with all of the techniques that we're doing. We also want to make sure we've got that nice lengthening of our spine and those nice wide collarbones. So first of all, what we're going to do, we're going to pop our hands either side of our tummy button, and then just gently placing your fingers a couple of inches either side there. If I go to cough, you engage those muscles there. So when we do our techniques, we're going to draw those same muscles in. So if we just try and draw the tummy button in towards the spine, so down towards the bed, and then release again. And did you feel those muscles go gently tense? So that's what we're going to do during each of the movements here. Okay, so what we start by doing is engaging that muscle as we do the first of our moves, which is the one leg stretch. So what I'm going to do now, I draw that muscle in, and now with your left leg, I want you to slide it out and away from you as you keep that muscle tensed up. So there we go, and back in again. So let's do 5 of those in a row. That was 1. And again, zip up that muscle. And notice when I'm tensing the muscle, I can still talk, I can still breathe. And there you go, so that's 5 on one leg. So now transfer your attentions over to your right leg. And here we go, do the same again. So draw that muscle in, sliding that leg out and away from you, and back in. Tense that muscle up. There we go, so that was our first technique, the one leg stretch. Now what we're going to do is a little bit of gentle stretching to go with it. So first of all, bringing your left leg up towards your tummy, and just gently bring that leg in towards you. And as a stretch, we're only going to do a couple of them. We're going to hold for a few seconds. And back down again. And let's do the same again on your left leg. So if you've got a hip replacement, you might only be doing a gentle movement here. So again, you work with any adjustments that you need to. And then let's bring our attention over to your right leg. So again, bring that leg up towards your tummy. We'll hold for a few seconds. And then back down again. And the same again. This is a nice stretch for the hip. Right, so we're going to build on that to do a gentle hamstring stretch. So again, with your left leg, let's bring that knee up towards, so that the knee's pointed up to the sky. I'm going to support underneath my thigh, and then I want you to just try and straighten your knees slightly. Don't push any further than is comfortable. We feel that little bit of a stretch in the back of the leg here, and what you can even do is wiggle your ankle at the same time. And relax again, and the same again. And you work with what's comfortable for you, so if you're really tight, you might not go very far at all with it. And down again. And let's do the same on your right leg. So again, we'll bring that knee up to 90 degrees, so it's pointing up towards the sky. And what we're going to do is support under the thigh again, and try to straighten that leg. So I've got quite tight hamstrings, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of a wiggle of my ankle. And back down again, and the same again. And back down again. So that was a hamstring stretch with an ankle pump. We're just going to do a little bit of gentle neck movement now and do some arm techniques. So first of all, let's do a little neck roll. So what I'm going to do, starting with my head nice and supported. Remember, we've got that nice wide shoulders and that long neck. And what I'm going to get you to just do for me is just very gently roll to one side and then back over to the other. So I'm just gently rolling across my towel. At a nice gentle pace. Hopefully working the neck up a little bit there. We're going to do some arm movements now. So let's, again, make sure we're in a good position with our pelvis, keep those shoulders wide, and what I'm now going to do is bring my arms up towards the sky. So I'm going to keep my shoulder blades pushed down into the mat throughout this one, and these are alternate arm reaches. So engage that core muscle, and then what I want you to try and do for me, as you keep that muscle working, is bring your left arm out and away from you, and back in again. And we'll do that on the other arm now. So we're going to do alternate arm reaches. There we go. So that was one set. Let's aim for 5, shall we? So here we go. Engage that muscle and bring in your left arm out and away from you. Back up again. And the same. Alright, so that's 2. Keep on going. And each time we do the movement, remember, engage that tummy muscle and bring the arm out and away from you. And with all the techniques we're doing, there's also a focus on breath. And as we go out, you can actually do that on and out with breath. There we go. So engage the tummy muscle. So there you go, that was alternate reaches. What we can also build on that towards is backstroke swimming, and that's going to be a combination of both arms moving together. So what I'm going to do, I engage the core, and one arm moves one way, and one arm moves the other. So it's a bit of a test of your coordination. So we'll just do 5 of those if that's alright. So we did 1 there. 2, and again engage the core, 3, okay, so we're going to now move on to doing the hip twist level 1. And I have my nice centered pelvis, my long spine and my wide collarbones. My ankles are almost together now, and what I'm going to have is a little gap between my knees, a little gap between my feet, probably about a couple of inches big. And what we're going to try and do is engage our tummy muscles, and then slowly one of my knees just out and away from the others. So I'll often say, imagine you've got a drink balanced on the other knee, so you don't want you to spill a drop of it. And some of you might have even posted what that drink is in the comments below. So engage that core and let that knee drift out and away. And again, we do 5 on one side and 5 on the other. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. And now I want to swap over to the other leg. So your drink's going to be balanced on this side now. So here we go. Engage those tummy muscles. And again, zip up. One more time. That's good. There we go. So we can progress on that by doing the hip twist level 2, which is more of a mobility exercise. So I really am going to bring my knees and feet right into the midline now, so they're touching against one another. I'm going to engage my tummy muscles, and then on an outward breath, I'm going to let my knees roll all the way over to one side, keeping that core engaged, and then back to the middle again. And then the same to the opposite side. So here we go. Engage the core and over to the side. So again, we'll aim for 5 to each side. So here we go. Engage those tummy muscles and out we go. And back in again. And again, I try and synchronise it with my breathing with a lot of the techniques. So as we breathe out as we do the movement, it helps to engage the core a bit. So here we go. And then the same to the other side. And again. We keep our shoulder blades pressed down to the bed each time. So I'm going to move on to doing the gentle pelvic tilt, and for some of you that might actually become a shoulder bridge, but again, if you find that you're only comfortable with the pelvic tilting, then just stick with that. So if you pop your hands again like a diamond either side of your tummy button, and for some of you all I want you to practice doing is just literally pushing the small of your back into the bed and then arching the back away from the bed. So again, I push down gently, and then I arch away from the mat. And what we can do, we can draw that tummy muscle in as we bring our back into the mat, and then relax as we arch away from the mat. So again, pushing your tummy button in towards the bed, flattening the back into the mat there, and then relax. and again. So there we go, that was 5 of those. So for some of you, you might feel comfortable with progressing onto a shoulder bridge. The rest of you might want to just either rest or just do a couple more of your gentle pelvic tilts. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep on building on what we did earlier. So here we go, I engage that tummy muscle, I peel my bottom off of the bed, and now I actually lift my bottom clear of the mat. So for some of you that might just be a really small lift, but again, just work at your pace. So let's do 5 of those. Engage the tummy muscle, breathe out, lifting your bottom up off of the mat. And when I do the movement, it's like a peeling action, like a Mexican wave. I lift my tailbone off first of all, and then one segment at a time, and then slowly the same in reverse, so back down again. And again, engage the tummy, peel your tailbone off of the mat. And then back down again. So there we go, that was the shoulder bridge. So if you roll onto your side, again you might want some support of a cushion underneath your neck for this one. And the first movement we're going to do is a side kick. So what we're going to do, bend both of your knees. I've got my pelvis nice and square here, my shoulder, my hips, and my ankles are in a nice straight line. What I'm going to do, I'm going to engage my tummy muscles with doing this one, and I straighten my leg out and away from me so your uppermost leg is straight. And what we're going to do is just gently making some small movements back and forwards, like we're painting a nice horizontal line along an imaginary wall. So again, we'll do 5 of these. That's great. And then back to your rest position. And now what we're going to do is an arm movement, an arm opener called the archer's bow. So I'm going to have my arms together, I'm going to engage my tummy muscles, and with my uppermost arm I'm going to draw back the bowstring of a bow and arrow, and then back to the start position. So again, 5 of those. And every time I do the archer's bow move, I'm following the line of movement of my hand with my head. And one more time. That's great. So let's flip over and do the same on the opposite side. Okay, so let's find the same start position, and what we're going to have is our shoulders, our hips and our ankles in a nice straight line there. Give yourself a little bit of support with your hand in front of you, and what we'll do, we'll engage our tummy muscle, bring our leg out nice and straight, and again paint that nice straight line, a nice horizontal line there. And we'll aim for 5 of those again. There we go. And again, let's do the archer's bow. So again, hands together, arms out in front of you, and this time again, engage your tummy, and as you breathe out, open the chest up. and back in again. Let's do 5 of those as well. And I'm breathing out as I do that movement. There we go. So we're going to finish off by doing a couple of techniques in 4-point kneeling. So bring yourself onto all fours. You can make it slightly easier on your arms if you've got more of your weight over your bottom. Good posture should be having the hand directly under the shoulder, but you find a position that's more comfortable for you, okay? And what we're going to do, we're going to draw our tummy muscle up and in towards us, and at the same time curl our tailbone and our head underneath us like a cat having a stretch, and then back to the middle again, and then we can do the opposite of that. There we go. So breathing out, curl the tummy muscle in, and then breathing in, looking up in front of you and poking your bottom out, and again breathing out. Draw those tummy muscles in, and then breathing in, and again. And we're going to finish off with one last position called swimming legs. So what I want you to do again, draw those tummy muscles in, and we're going to bring our weight over onto one knee slightly and bring the other leg out straight and behind you, and then back down again, and then the same on the opposite leg. So you should be able to balance a tray of drinks between your shoulders with this one. So maybe just imagine that if that's the case. But let's try and do 5 of those on each leg. So here we go. Engage those tummy muscles. And back down again. And the same again on the opposite side. And there we go. How was that? So that was a gentle routine. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to click like, and don't forget you can subscribe to keep up to date with my latest content, and leave a comment if you've got any suggestions. So looks like the sun's coming up, and I think I need to go and warm up a bit. It's about 5 degrees here. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll certainly have my morning stretch as well. So take care. See you soon.